Hi, this is Matt Nuremberg here from Elite Defense Systems, and I want to cover the 24 intermediate ground fighting moves and also the 24 counters that go against them as well. We're going to start off here, we're going to start in guard, and we're going to go through three kinds of moves and then also their counters as well, so that's 6 moves altogether. We're going to start on out, once again, if I can bring Mitch out here. When someone is in your guard right here, they can pull off what's called a can opener. A can opener is a very, very common tool. We take our hands, we slide them all the way through here. Now, what people want to do is they want to crank the neck all the way to the chin. How we do it is we go ahead and we fire forward where the chin meets the back of the head, and then we pull that forward. So it looks like this. All right, and then I go ahead and I get the tap as far as that goes. So that's the first move there. I'm going to switch this around now so Mitch can do it on me. And as we get started with this, please understand that being aware and being proactive is the best way to counter any kind of move. Very, very difficult to counter a move when it's already sunk on in and you're literally a hair away from tapping. So once again, being proactive and aware is the best kind of remedy to any kind of ground fighting submission. So once Mitch has me here and I feel that pressure coming over like he could get me into the can opener, I go ahead and I come right through here. This hand goes right here. I counter with what we call the arm bar 2. Right down here, and this is my counter right here. Next position that we're going to get into here is what's called the leg pass. Once again, if I'm in guard, because that's the position that we're covering here right now, this is just a leg pass where I go ahead, get good base, I go ahead, put knee up the tailbone, put a leg through right like this. I don't want to put this leg over and pass because then I've left one behind. So what we're doing here is as I'm right here, I actually take this leg over right here. I've cupped this foot and leg right over the person's thigh to hold it in place. And as I do this, then I go right around to my cross side. If I can go ahead and I can have Mitch do that to me, we counter that by just going right into a sweep. A person's momentum is already headed this way, their weight is already shifting. Once again, as long as you're aware and proactive, pulling off a sweep should be fairly easy. So once again, we get into this position right here. Now remember, as Mitch starts to break this right here, he's going to go ahead and he's going to use that back leg. Now before he gets to this point, you have to move. If this knee is already on your thigh, it's extremely difficult, if not getting close to impossible, to counter this. So once again, if Mitch goes back, once we feel that pressure and we feel him favoring a side right here, this is where I must grab the elbow, take my hand, go in back of the neck right here, and this is where my sweep comes right in as far as this goes. Last position that we're going to cover is an ankle lock. So if we have Mitch right here, I go ahead and when I break guard, I want to go ahead and I want to pull back right here, but then put a leg up here and trap the bottom part of this leg against my thigh and my arm. So once again, as I'm right here, I go ahead, grab here, pop right there. Now, I'm leaning on this leg right there so he can't move it very easily. What I'm going to do is go ahead and wrap right around it, fall back, and this is my ankle lock right here. Good, okay, right? If I go ahead and I do the counter to this, this is where it gets a little complex. It's a very, very difficult move to go ahead and to counter. We're going to sink this ankle lock in a little bit more so we're not as proactive with it, and this is how we do the counter here, okay? Go ahead, Mitch starts to set up his ankle lock. Now as he does this right about here, he's going to wrap around that leg, all right? And as he starts to get into it, this arm's going to go here. He'll set it up as regular. All right, now right here, this is not a good day for me right here, okay? He has that lock in. What I want to do is this. Once again, it takes a little bit of practice, break this move down. First thing we do is we do a curl up, and I get to the palm right here, grab here, and push this right through. I'm going to do that one more time. Mitch has this lock in right here. I curl on up, take my hand right here, go to the back, of the elbow and push this through. That's going to relieve the pressure on the ankle. It's not going to solve your problem. What I do now is, now when I sit back down, I'm now closer to this ankle. So we're going to set this up again here real quick. From right here, Mitch goes through his moves. This leg is right here, it's solid right here. This is what we kind of set this whole move up on. So as he does this, once again, he's setting up this lock. Relieve the pressure. When I sit back down, I am now closer to his ankle. I go ahead and I go down, and I go right around here, right around a lock right there. So by relieving the pressure, it gives me a little bit more time then to go after a very, very close limb, and that's once again going to be his closer ankle. I'm going to do this one more time for you guys. Kind of see this as almost having two moves. Once he does this, it's a little bit more sunk on in, right? Once again, I have to curl on up. It's kind of like the first part of the move. Curl on up, grab the elbow, push through. When I sit back down, I'm closer here. I go here, I roll over. Once I roll over, I can go after this ankle. Good. Thanks, Mitch. Now, real quick, let me just mention something about that ankle lock. That ankle is going to kind of roll, the leg's going to roll in a number of different ways. So we can do everything from a steering wheel to a figure four lock. It just kind of depends on where your arms end on up compared to his leg when you actually do that roll. So once again, have fun with these. These are called our in-guard moves for the intermediate level and also their counters. Take care and God bless.